Hi everyone, it's Marcy Denning here from Stampin' with Marcy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Southwestern Ontario, Canada. And I want to thank you for pressing play on today's video. Today we're going to be creating a pretty card using the Beautifully Happy stamp set that is available in the Celebration brochure with a $120 purchase. You can get this for free with a $120 purchase before shipping and tax from this brochure starting January 5th. I have paired this up with the Fitting Florets paper. This is available right now in my online store, the paper. So let's get started. For this card here that I have is a birthday card, but we're going to use the for a feeling better kind of day, because it's always wonderful to have a thinking of you get better kind of a card on hand. So because this is photopolymer, we're going to bring in our pierce mat. And this is two-step stamping. Excuse my reach there. So I have stamped my image in basic gray. So let's get that done. Ink that up. And make sure this is nice and straight on my grid paper. There we go. Give that a press. So this is the outline of the flower. I find sometimes that the black Memento Tuxedo Black ink is a little dark for what I want sometimes, so I like to substitute out basic gray. So I'm just gonna ink that up and stamp that right there, and we will cut that down, and then we are going to stamp our inside piece. Please head on over to my blog. The link is in the description box below for all of the measurements, as well as a list of products that I used. Okay, so that part is done. We can set that to the side. We can close up this ink pad. Now we are going to be using Mossy Meadow Pale Papaya for the flowers and the leaves, and then the center I'm going to use Mango Melody. So let's do the center first. So ink that up. There we go. We only need this for the one part. There, our center is done. Now, it doesn't matter which way you do this. I'm going to do my leaves first, and I'm going to stamp off. So I'm going to ink up, stamp off, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to line up. And see that flower, it looks like a tulip flower right there and right there. That is for right here, the base of this bloom, and this one here. So we've got a few of them there. As I took a moment, I'm going to breathe on that to give me a little bit more moisture for my ink. And then I am going to carefully, doesn't have to be perfect, as best I can, line that up and stamp. There we have that. Now our big grouping of leaves. Again, ink up, stamp off, and bring that in like so. And I think I'm off a bit, but like I said, I'm okay with that. this stamp, it does not have to be perfect. Okay. Now our flowers. They are stamped solid. So let's ink that up. And line that up. And now that I've got my center already stamped, I can see better for lining up. There we have it. So pretty. This can be pretty in any color you want. Now you can leave your stem as is, because it is going to be covered basically with the sentiment, or you can take your light Mossy Meadow Stampin' Blend and just very lightly and gently add that bit for that stem. Okay, we are done stamping. So let's move that out of the way. Bring in the silicone craft sheet and our liquid glue. Now I have Sweet Sorbet cut. So this is going to be just glued straight down on that Sweet Sorbet cardstock. And again, all of the measurements can be found on my coordinating blog post. So this got a little smushed in my packaging, but that's okay. You can see the opposite side of the fitting florets paper. This is only available, this designer series paper is only available while supplies last, or until January the 4th. And then it is gone. I think this is wonderful paper, and it looks great with so many different styles of cards. I've done Christmas cards with it. I've done birthday cards. I love this paper. All right, so we are going to take liquid glue is my adhesive of choice. This pattern here is Balmy Blue, and Balmy Blue and Sweet Sorbet look so beautiful together. Move that to the side for a moment. I'm going to take my little strip and add it to the inside of the card, like so. Flip it over so that I can give that a scooch to make sure it is all lined up. I can take my snips now and just snip off that little excess. It's better to have a little excess than not quite enough. Then get the glue on that for the inside of our card. And now our inside is pretty like the outside. Okay, next up we are going to take some dimensionals and we are going to pop this up. So I have on hand, I have my little mini baby dimensionals, so I'm going to use those. So I'm going to use more of those, as what I had pulled out was the minis. So I want to make sure I'm using enough to give good coverage. I don't want anything sagging on me. Let's go one more here. There. And we can pull that and move that down. There we go. Pull all of these backings off. So this kind of stamp set makes for really quick and easy cards, as you can see. Perfect for making multiples. So if you've got a bunch of cards you want to make, this stamp set is perfect for those happy birthdays, thinking of yous, thank yous. So lovely. All right, so now we're going to cut our sentiment down. We're just going to cut that straight across. Not quite. And there we go. And at this end. And my sentiment strip, all it is when I cut down my cardstock, it's that off cut. And so I'm just going to go straight across the bottom, or as straight as I can get. There we have that. I'm going to now take that lid on. I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal, and I am going to run. Now, if this isn't working for you, take and run it on your silicone craft sheet, and it's going to get that tape runner started for you. So there we've got our adhesive on the back of that. So move that to the side. I've got some pale papaya ribbon here, and I am going to just make sure that, yes. All right, so we are going to just weave it because I've got that tape on there. My ribbon has something to stick to. There we have it. We just take our scissors and snip and snip. These are not super sharp scissors that I've got here. Whoops, let me just grab my ribbon scissors and get a nice fresher cut for that. Now, if you weren't happy with the way this is on here, with having the tape there, you can literally just lift that up and reposition it into any other pattern you might want. And now that I've done that, I have stretched the fibers. There we go. So there we have that. We just need some dimensionals, and because this is the open weave ribbon that really does not add a whole lot of bulk, we can just add our dimensionals right on top of that, and it's not going to cause any kind of a lump or bump. It's fairly flat, and this is going to go right across here, just like so. And then our final finishing touch is some of the beautiful iridescent pearls basic jewels. These are my go-to. I love them. They're not too awful in your face. It's very subtle. So let's add a dot of glue here, a dot of glue here, and one here. And you can use the big ones, the small ones, whatever you want. And I use the liquid glue because I find that it helps me be assured that those embellishments are going to still be there when my card arrives at the recipient's mailbox. Now I'm just going to take some Wink of Stella because I want that center to be sparkly. And there we have it. There is the beautiful, beautifully happy card. So both the outside sentiments are the same. However, this one here is for a feel better kind of day. If you have any questions, please reach out. If you want to purchase any of the supplies that I used other than the Beautifully Happy stamp set before January 5th, please use this month's host code when shopping in my online store. If you have any questions, please reach out, and don't forget to give me a thumbs up, click that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos from me. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.